Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar on Zoho Writer for insurance operations. I'm Jennifer, your host for this session. Joining me today is Gautam, our product expert at Zoho Writer, who will be showing us how insurance team can streamline and automate their documentation. Great to have you here, Gautam.
Thanks, Jennifer, and hi everyone. I'm really looking forward to sharing how Zoho Writer can make your insurance documentation not only faster to create but also more accurate and compliant.
Exactly. From policy agreements and claim forms to renewal notices and compliance letters, documentation is at the heart of every insurance process.
Yes, and with Writer, these aren't just static documents. They can be dynamic, data driven, and seamlessly connected with your CRM, claims management system, or any other internal platform.
Exactly. And over in the next hour, we'll be exploring practical insurance specific scenarios, watch some live demos, share tips to help you eliminate repetitive manual work from your document workflows.
Yes, and so if you ever had to juggle between multiple versions of a policy, chase signatures, or even worry about regulatory compliance in your documents, you're going to see how Writer makes that a thing of the past. So, yes, let's dive in.
Before that, a quick housekeeping note before we begin. Please use the Q&A pane to post any questions you may have during the session. Our product expert Vadivel will try to answer those questions during the webinar as well as in the end as well. And for best viewing experience, switch to top bar or sidebar layout by clicking on the three dots in your meeting toolbar. All right. Now let's take a quick look at what we have lined up for today. We'll begin by exploring the different types of documents you typically deal with your insurance operations, from policy related paperwork to client facing communication. Then we'll move into the creation process where we'll see how quickly you can put together professional, accurate documents without starting from scratch each time. We'll also cover how you can generate forms that makes it easier for clients to provide the information you need while reducing the back and forth communication. After that, we'll get into merge templates, a very powerful way to take standard formats and automatically fill them with the right client and policy details. We'll also look at how you can send out pre-filled forms for quick negotiations and approvals, saving you hours of manual work. And finally, we'll give you a peek at what's coming next in Zoho Writer that could make your document process even more efficient. We'll be also running a live demo during the session so you can see exactly how these features work in real world insurance scenarios. So, Gautam, in the insurance world, paperwork is everywhere. So, why is document automation such a big deal here?
Well, Jennifer, it's simple. In insurance, speed and accuracy are everything. With automation, policies can be issued and claims processed much faster, which means clients aren't left waiting. It also allows us to easily tailor documents to suit different products, whether it's health, motor, or even life insurance. And let's not forget the complex premium calculations. Automation ensures those numbers are spot on every time. If a policy's term change, updates can be easily pushed instantly so everyone's working with the latest version. Plus, it becomes much easier to get these documents out to both your clients and agents across multiple channels without juggling between different systems.
Makes perfect sense. Faster, accurate, and more personalized. And when we talk about automation in insurance, we are not just speaking in theory. Think about policy issuance documents that are ready the moment a deal is closed, or quotations and proposals that can be generated in minutes instead of hours. Claim forms and settlement letters can go out automatically once the necessary approvals are in place. It even extends to endorsement certificates when policy changes changes happen, renewal notices that remind customers before their coverage lapses, and agent commission statements that saves hours of manual calculation. And of course, compliance and risk assessment reports can be pulled together without sifting through piles of data. And that's the kind of real world efficiency document automation brings to the table. And now, to give you a more clearer picture, let's take one specific use case, that is policy documents. Imagine an insurance provider using AI in Zoho Writer to instantly generate the complete content for a corporate health policy document. All they need to do is provide key terms like policy coverage and exclusions, and AI creates a solid draft in seconds. This draft can be formatted into a well structured document with features like key disclaimers highlighted in the left margin, a clear table of contents, and neatly organized sections, making it easy for corporate HR teams to navigate. Once this is finalized, it's shared with underwriters and compliance teams and saved as an organization wide template for consistent future reuse.
Exactly, Jennifer. So yes, you have mentioned the scenario. So let me just walk the audience through the how you can use AI to generate documents that can be neatly drafted and formatted with the elements right inside Zoho Writer. So let me just quickly jump over to the document section, and yes, here's a writer's landing page, and here this is a new feature that we have recently launched, which is create a new document using AI. So previously, if you'd like to create a document, then it's really a hassle for you. You would be, searching for the internet for various contents, and then you would put into a document in order to get it. But or else, if you're using any AI tools right now, you would be using, let's say, ChatGPT or any other OpenAI platforms to generate the documents where you'll have issues with formatting and various other difficulties that you might go through. Whereas when it comes to AI within Zoho Writer, you can just integrate your OpenAI, and using that, you can easily generate documents with the required formatting that you need. So in this case, let me show you a quick sample of the document that I've created within Zoho Writer using this AI tool. So here you can see that this is a policy document, and there are policy coverage, exclusions, claim details, premium details, terms and conditions, and furthermore, we have also added a table that contains premium details. So now what I have done is I just gave my initial work to the AI. So it gave me this document, and according to my preference, all I have to do are just minor changes. So let me show you how you can generate a document like the one that I've shown you. So just go to create new and click on document using AI. So now you'll have options to generate a document, and I have already a preset prompt that I've used. So let me just use that itself. So here I'm just giving generate a neatly designed and formatted insurance policy document and the required information according to my preference. So now I'll just click on generate. And the most important thing here is it gives you three options, so which is professional, modern, and traditional. So these are the three options where you can make use of these according to your preference, and just easily generate the documents right away. So these are the three options. So let me just click on professional. So I'll just, if I want, I can also view the preview of it. So here is the preview of the contents, and here I'll also be able to add more information and then regenerate it in order to get a more refined response. So I'll just go ahead and use the professional version. So yeah, that's it. So now your document content is actually ready. So all you have to do is just make some changes according to your preference and your company policy, and then you're good to go and publish this document. So if you'd like to have more formatting options, then what you can do is you can add text boxes. So by clicking on the header, you'll be able to insert a text box into the document, and then let's say this is a confidential information. I just want it to be placed somewhere on the left margin. What I can do is I can just add this information, provide any background color if required. I'll add red color, And yes, so now according to my preference, I'll resize this and then go ahead and rotate it. So I'll just place it on the left margin over here. So now, as you can see, this is a header content, and it's actually continued throughout the document. Maybe the according to the number of pages that I have. And here you can see that there is a uh, text box added, and if required, I can also insert a table, or I can even ask the AI to generate a table with the premium details based on my preference. So if I'd like to add a table, what I can do is I can just simply go to the table options, select the number of rows required and columns, and then the table is inserted. And formatting is even made simpler, so you just have to go to the table settings, get into the design, and choose any one of the required formatting and themes easily. So we have n number of themes, so you can choose any one according to your preference. So now once that is done, so let's just say I wanted to add a table within a table. So what I can do is I can just click on the cell in which I wanted to add a table, or even merge these cells together and then go ahead and insert a table. So now I'll just go to the table option, maybe insert a small table. So here you can see that I have inserted a table within a cell. So I have merged this particular row and then I have inserted a table. So that's how I have done it in the previous document. So here I got the table, and with that you can see that I have added two tables. So the comprehensive plan is a separate table, and the overall premium details is another table. So that's how you can do that. And also we support the table of contents as well. So now if I would like to have go ahead and insert any table of contents, all I have to do is just go to the insert option and click on table of contents, and according to my preference configure it and then just insert it into the document. Furthermore, if I'd like, I can also have multi-column layouts within the document, and not only within the document, also within a particular section. So for that, what I can do is I can just go ahead and insert a break. So here under the insert tab, you can find the break option available, and I'm inserting a section break continuous. So now once that is done, I'm going to end this over here. So let's just say I just want the terms and conditions to be displayed in a two column layout. So now I'm just going to the break option again, and I'm just inserting another break. So now my terms and condition is within a section break. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert a column here. Go to the page setup and then click on multi-column. So now here you can see that the terms and conditions alone has got a multi-column layout, whereas if I click on here, you can see that the margins are not available. So this is a single column layout, and here under the terms and condition I've got a multi-column layout. So using breaks you'll be able to achieve this. And also if you'd like to have a column break, you can add that as well. So you can go to the insert tab and then go to the break option, where you'll be able to insert a column break as well, so that the remaining contents within the section just moves over to the next column. So now when I click on the Velcro icon, you'll be able to see the number of breaks that I've added. So I've added a section break here which ends here, and a column break so that my contents is pushed to the next column. So using this, you'll be able to insert multiple layouts as well. So within the same document or even within the page, you will have options to insert multiple columns. So as of now, we have up to 3, and left and right columns are available. So using this, you'll be able to easily format the contents within your document. And once the formatting is completed, what you can do is you can go to the file option and click on save as template and move to as organization template, and then save this document. So now it instantly gets converted to a organization template, so that all the users within your organization will have the option to just click this use this button option, use this template button, and then easily generate this as a document. So let's just say you wanted to send it to a particular client or to a particular department. They just can get into the organization templates, click on this use this template option, which will create a copy of the template as a document. And now once that is done, they can simply change the name or add the information according to their preference, and then go ahead and share it to the appropriate client or to the team members. So document creation using this AI tool and using these formats available, you'll be able to create documents not just with hours, it's just with minutes.
Thank you, Gautam, for that clear cut demo on how you can generate draft, format it, and also save it as a template using Zoho Writer. Very much useful in today's AI driven world. Now, let's talk about form generation, an area where Zoho Writer truly shines. With features like merge and send as fillable, you can create personalized interactive forms in bulk, no coding needed, making a big difference in both speed and accuracy. What's more is these forms can be pre-populated with data from your CRM or spreadsheets or even CSVs, including dynamic dropdowns. And after submission, tailored workflows like saving to a folder or triggering an email. And this can kick off automatically, streamlining your process from start to finish. And let's see this all in action with a quick use case. So let's say an insurance company sends a digital policy application form to a potential client. Then the client enters personal details, uploads ID documents, and list dependents or selects extra coverages. As they fill out these forms, built-in table formulas auto calculate the premium in real time. Once they submit, all the data and files seamlessly flow into the appropriate Zoho CRM module, so the sales team is instantly notified and ready to act.
Well, that is a great example, Jennifer. So without any further ado, let's dive into the demo now and walk you through this process on how to set it up in Zoho Writer. So here, let's just go to the form. So this is a fillable template and this is a fillable form where I have created this from scratch within Zoho Writer. So if you have any existing templates, then all you have to do is just simply upload it into Writer and then convert it as a fillable document. So in here, you will have an option called a fillable template and click on create over PDF so that from your system, you can just upload it into the Zoho Writer. And not only that, we also have an excellent AI detection tool which will automatically detect all your fields within the PDF form, and you can just go ahead and share it with your potential clients in order to collect information from them. So let me quickly get into the document now. So now I have created this documents with various single text fields, radio buttons, date fields, and drop down fields as well. And here, using the information added in this drop down field, I'm going to use conditions. So you can find conditions on the left panel, and using text conditions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show or hide contents based on the selection made by my applicant. So now here you can see that if the nationality is others, then I wanted them to specify the exact nationality using a text field. So this will be shown only if the nationality is chosen as others. So on the left panel, you can see that I have configured India, US, UK, and others. So if they have selected others, then we automatically display this particular field, or else we hide it for the remaining users. So now just going further, we can see that there are multi-line text fields, city, state, phone number, email address field, and further on. And moving on, we can also see that there is a file upload field as well. So insurance companies usually collect proof of address or a proof of citizenship for a particular member whenever they get into or buy a premium. So this is an onboarding form. So we are going to collect details from the applicant as well. And further, we are also going to get details of their dependent. And in here, we have actually made use of the recently released feature, which is the subform table. So you can see that in Writer, we have subform tables available. So using this, the applicant who's going to submit this form can dynamically add rows according to their preference. So here you can see that there is only one row for a dependent. So let's just say there are more number of dependents for a particular member, then they can go ahead and dynamically add rows. So I'll show you that in the when I go to the form submission. So right now in this configuration section, you can see an option to restrict the number of rows that can be created. So let's just say I just wanted them to create 5 rows. I'll have the option to restrict the number of rows. So only a applicant can use only 5 dependents according to my configuration. And further, moving down, we can see that there is a type of insurance field with this life, health, vehicle, property, or travel. And I have also listed the yearly premium for each of this insurance type. And not only that, in this I have added row conditions. So previously we saw about text conditions. So here you can see that we have added row conditions, so that based on the selection in this particular field, which is type of insurance, I have added a condition in order to display this particular row or hide it. So here you can see if the type of insurance contains life, then you display this particular row, or else this row will be hidden for the remaining users. Just a minute. So now also, not only that, I have also added the premium, which is a number field. So here you can see that the number field has got a pre-filled value, and I have made sure that this is read only, because I don't want my applicants to edit the premium of a particular insurance type. So now using this premium and using the policy term, so that's the number of years that they're gonna enroll themselves for. So using these details, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply these two in order to get the total amount that needs to be paid. So here you can see that I have formatted it into currency format. So this is the rupee symbol. So based on my locale, I have selected rupee. So if you have your locale has US, then automatically you will be displaying the dollar symbol over here. So now once that is done, once this configuration is done, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send this form out for submission. So here, before that, yes, I can go ahead and submit the document, but I'm just not going to save this as a document. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do further step ahead by adding these informations to a particular CRM module. So in here, I'm using trigger, webhook, and custom functions, and I have a module in CRM called insurance receipts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new record whenever this particular form is getting submitted. So for that, I've used the custom function. So here you can see that I've just added name and the date of birth field alone for now. So according to my preference, I'll be able to add all the fields and map them. And once that is mapped, I'll be able to link this function so that whenever the form gets submitted, a particular record will be automatically created within CRM. And for this, you'd not be required to have excellent coding knowledge. So all you have to do is just get into the gallery section, and here you already have a predefined function, which is create Zoho CRM record. So just by clicking on use, you will also have the instruction that needs to be done. So what you have to do is just create a connection using these scopes. So just CRM modules, writer merge, and document editor. And you have to replace these connections in line number 11, 25, and 21. And once that is done, you just have to map the fields and everything will be preset. So you can go ahead and link this function. So now I've already linked this function, and I'm also saving this document into my folder. So once these configuration setup is done, let me just go ahead and enter my information in the form. Yes, just I'm going to use only the required details. So let's just say I'm selecting others. So here you can see that please specify your nationality is being shown. So which was not available previously. If I've selected a different one, you can see that it gets disappeared. And further moving down, I'm just adding my email address. Yes, and let's just say I'm uploading a PDF file. And now here comes the dependent details. So as I mentioned previously, I can go ahead and add the required number of rows as per my preference. So if I have multiple dependents, all I have to do is just go ahead and click on the plus icon here or the minus icon here and dynamically generate rows according to my preference. And now once I can go ahead and enter the details and also upload the proof of my dependent. And now once that is done, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the types of insurance here. So here you can see that I'll just click on, let's say, life insurance. So I'm getting the yearly premium here, and I'm going to calculate the number of years. So let's say I am going to use 3. So I'm automatically getting the total amount that needs to be paid. So if I'm selecting health, you can see that the premium automatically changes according to the yearly premium of health insurance, and the total amount is also getting displayed. So similarly, for each insurance type, it will be automatically displayed. So this way, the applicant who's going to submit your form will be able to know their total amount that they need to pay real time. So there will not be any delays, and they can easily choose the yearly premium from their end itself. So that is how you can go ahead and use these forms and have a pre-filled value as well, and use these forms to have an interactive form submission with your applicants. And furthermore, now here's another powerful twist. So not only you can send the form directly to your clients, you can also embed it right into your website. So this way onboarding becomes effortless. And remember, you're not just embedding just a basic web form, you're embedding a fillable document. So this means you can collect files, dynamically generate tables, and even perform real-time calculation so that the submitting insurer immediately knows the exact premium amount to pay. It's just smooth, personalized experience for them, and also instant. So that's how you can just create fillable documents and then go ahead and embed it into your website. So let me show you how to embed it as well. So here, so just go to the automate tab, and here you will have an option called publish and embed. So you can just create this public on the web and create the embed code and just put it into your iframe. So you can select the width and height of the document, and then just you're good to go. So you can easily embed these information into your website.
That's a great way to simplify client onboarding, Gautam. Now, once these forms are submitted and the data flows into your system, the next step for many businesses is to turn that data into ready to use documents automatically. This is where merge templates in Zoho Writer comes in. They let you take a single well-designed document and automatically populate it with data from your CRM, spreadsheets, or other applications. Whether it's contracts, receipts, or certificates, you can set it up once and let work writer handle the heavy lifting, saving hours of manual work. Now let's take a quick example for the insurance industry. Imagine you're pulling premium payment records from Zoho CRM, let's say policy details, payment amount, date, transaction reference, and merging them into a branded receipt template.
Exactly, and the best part is that you can also schedule this process to run on the first of every month. So all your customers automatically receive their receipts by email. So this actually ensures that the payment receipts are accurate, consistent, and also on time without even lifting your finger. So let me just show you how this can be set up in Zoho, right? And here I've got an insurance receipt form, and as you can see, I have connected Zoho CRM as my data source, which is the insurance receipts module that I have in this particular record. So here, if I get into the particular record, you can see that I have various details along with the premium that the particular insurer has chosen. So now, if I get into the premium receipt, so here you can see that I have added various fields from my data source. And not only that, I have also added a date field. So here in this date field, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dynamically generate today's date, so that the date of invoice is always the date in which it was generated. So just not just by adding a previous date or a fixed date. Instead of that, I'm going to dynamically put in the date. So whenever the document gets generated, I'll be able to see today's date in it actually live. So where you can find this option is you just have to get to the fields from the left panel, and under auto fields, you can find this dynamically today's date field. And not only that, we also have page number, page count, etc. So you can make use of these auto fields and go ahead and insert them into your document. And we also have a document sequence number. So a unique number can be generated each time whenever you generate a document in Writer. So you can add a prefix, suffix, and then insert it into your document. So this can be used as an invoice number or a receipt number whenever you create this particular document. So now, once this configuration is done and I am adding the subform details from my Zoho CRM record in here, and not only that, using the details that I'm going to get, I'm going to use table cell reference in order to perform a calculation. So here you can see that the unit price and the tax amount is getting displayed, but I'm not getting the total and I'm not going to calculate it from CRM. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use table cell reference formulas in Zoho Writer. And here you can see that I have added C2, which is the tables C cell and the second row. And here you can see I'm going to use this for getting the tax amount percentage and multiply it in order to get the total amount as well. So now in this case, like you can see that I have selected US as my locale. So I'm getting dollar symbol displayed as my currency. So now once this is done, I'm just going to insert this into the total field. And furthermore, I'm also using a sum above in order to get the total amount that the customer has to pay. And not only that, I'm also adding another formula by referring the table cell value, the total cell value in here. So here you can see that I have used table 4 E3, which is the total amount cell value, and I'm converting it into text. So usually when you see invoice or a bill, you'll have the amount in words. So in order to achieve that, I'm using this option. And furthermore, I am also adding a dispute range. So if there are any discrepancies, they can just reach out to me, and that has a timeline which is August 29. And this also is getting dynamically generated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a date field, and in that date field I am using the preset value as dynamic today's date, and from there I'm adding 15 days, so which will be August 29 of 2025, and I'm just inserting that into my document. So now all these informations and configuration is done, and now all I have to do is just merge according to my preference. So I can just merge it as a new document or send for signing, email, etc. according to my preference. So let me quickly run the merge, and I just need one record. So I'm filtering the data and running the merge. So if you'd like to store it for later use, you can generate it and store it in Work Drive so that you can share it with your clients whenever they request for it. So now you can see that all these informations are available. So the total amount is being calculated, and I'm also getting the entire total that the customer has to pay. And here you can see that the amount in words is excellently translated. So it's 4,248, and I just have to send this to my client in order to acknowledge their payment that they made. So that's easy, how easy it is for you to generate payment receipts within Zoho Writer.
So let's move on to the next important capability in Writer, which is collaboration and signing. So in the insurance industry, this is just about people working on document at the same time. It's also about enabling providers, agents, and customers to securely review, update, and finalize agreements all in one place without endless email chains. For example, let's take a case of an insurance contract. An insurance company imports contract data from a sheet containing provider details, service terms, and proposed rates. This data is merged into fillable contract template, allowing healthcare providers to review terms and directly update the percentage rates they are willing to accept. Once submitted, the percentage rates are negotiated, and after finalization, the document is sent for signing, where both parties add their signatures.
That's a really great example, Jennifer. So yes, we'll show the audience here on how to generate or create insurance contracts for negotiation and collaboration purpose. So here you can see that I have created an insurance contract information, and for this I'm using Zoho Sheet as my data source. So in the sheet file I have all the necessary information like the healthcare's address, details, the agreement date, etc. So I'm just adding the merge fields into the document. So now let's get into the exciting part, which is the fillable fields. So in this scenario, I've added the current rate and the proposed rate, which is actually available in my data source. So now I want this to be negotiated according to the particular company. And once they finalize, I want the final agreement rate to be available in this section. So not only this, further moving on, I also have a late payment interest field and signature fields as well into the document. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just go ahead and run the merge and generate a document. So yes, now with the available information, I have generated a document with all the necessary informations. And here I also have pre-filled these information, which is the final agreed rate. So the proposed rate and the final agreed rate are available. So now you can see that the late payment interest is 2% per month. So now what I have to do is I have to just go ahead and share this document with my agreement contractor. So now let me just go ahead and share this to myself, and I'm choosing the option called edit field values. So now yes, I have shared the document, and now the field values will be editable for that particular member to whom I have shared this document. But what I want to do is I just don't want them to finalize any agreement rate without any negotiation with me. So in order to achieve that, I'm just going to the review tab on the review mode on the right panel, and here I'm going to enable track changes. So using track changes, we are going to go ahead and do a negotiation on the final agreed rate. So let me quickly open up the document in my end from the other account, and I'll show you that as well. Okay, I have received the document. So let me just open it in here so you can have a clear look at it. So yes, so now I have received the document, and I'm just reviewing all these informations that has been already added. And when it comes to the agreed rate, I am not satisfied with the inpatient care final agreement rate. So I'm just extending that to 78%. And this is going to be 60%. And yes, this is fine. And let's say 62%. So now once this is done, my job over here is over. And if required, I can also go ahead and add some comments in the document and notify the collaborator as well. So in this is the original document. So here you can see that I will be able to see the pre-filled value, which was 70, and now it's been updated as 78 by this particular member. So if I am okay with this agreement rate, then I can go ahead and accept it. So if I'm not okay with this, I'll just go ahead and reject it so that it gets switched back to the previous one. So now I'll just go ahead and accept this rate. So the recent or the agreed rate has been updated in the document. So I'll just reject all the other changes done by the member. And yes, now we are just good to go. So yeah, I've also rejected the change as well. So let me just quickly, okay, so I'm rejecting this and accepting this. So yes, now the document has been finalized. So now what I can do is I have inserted signatures fields into the document. So once this has been finalized, I'll just click on sign template and convert this document into a sign template. And now what I can do is I can just go ahead and simply send this document for signing. So I can configure the email address of my contractor and the insurance person. And once that is done, I can also add sign in the above order so that only after the healthcare provider signs in, the insurance company will be putting in their signature. So also we also have more options like sending the document back to via email, or you can also use custom functions to push them into a particular record in your CRM or any other application for that matter. So that easy it is for you to create an insurance contract in Zoho Writer and send it out. So now that you have seen how easy it is to create and finalize an insurance contract in Writer, let's look at a few other documents that can be automated just as efficiently. So imagine you're onboarding a new customer. Instead of manually piecing together welcome letters, product brochures, and policy guidelines, you can have a customer onboarding kit generated in seconds, completely personalized for that particular customer. Similarly, every year, insurers conduct annual policy reviews for their clients. So, writer can pull in the data from CRM or policy management system to create a policy review summary that outlines changes, renewal options, and recommendation in a clear professional format. And compliance is another big area in insurance. With compliance certificate forms, you can automatically send pre-filled documents to agents or providers for confirmation, and not only that, you can also get it digitally signed so that you ensure every step is documented for audit purpose. And for more investigative process, claims investigation reports can be generated by pulling case details, interviews, and evidence into a structured branded report, which will be ready for review or submission to your regulators. And finally, when we talk about embedding forms, we also have another option where you can completely embed a document into Zoho from writer fillable template into a website. So previously, we saw this onboarding form where you can onboard your customers by embedding the form to the website. And similarly, if you have your premium details, you can just add that into the document and then go ahead and embed it into the website. So let me quickly show you on how you can do this. So I have a document called premium details, which contains all the premium information of the all the insurance types that I have. So here what I'm going to do is I'm just inserting a currency field, which is a fillable field, and I'm pre-filling the value. So this would be the monthly dollars that the customer has to pay if they are opting for it. And I've added the pre-filled value and I've selected read only so that my customers who's gonna get into the website will not be able to modify it. And this actually allows you to easily edit the contents. So let's say if you have created a website and if you'd like to edit contents of the website, then you would require a appropriate person who handles the website to go ahead and edit the contents. Whereas in this case, it would be just a document edit that will be pushed to your websites as well. So now what I've done is I have done an option where I'm embedding this particular document in a website. So using the embed code, I have already embedded into a website. So let me quickly show you the website as well. So here you can see that in the home page, I have added a document which is for client onboarding. So the client can just get into the document and input in their information and then submit it. Similarly, when it comes to the insurance premium details, I have added the premium details in the document and I have embedded into the website. So here, so the customer can easily check the premium amount for monthly, yearly. And not only that, I can also add in an interactive formulas which will allow them to calculate according to their chosen premium. So that can also be done. So now let's just say the premium for the term plan is changed from $30 to $35. So if I'd like to edit this website, then as I mentioned, it would be a really difficult one. So what I'm going to do is instead of getting into the website, under the publish option, under the embed code, you can see an option called automatic republishing. So once you have checked this option, all you have to do is just change the information which will be getting updated into the website as well. So now I've changed this as $35. So let me just get into the website now and have a quick reload. So yes, now you can see that the plan type for the term plan is $35 under life insurance. So easily you'll be able to change the contents available in your websites as well. So yeah, before we wrap this session up, let me share a quick sneak peek on what's cooking in Zoho Writer. So one of the exciting things that we are currently working on is envelope signing. So let's say during the insurance claims process, you often have to collect multiple documents like claim submission forms, medical authorizations, and other supporting paperwork. So, with envelope signing, you can bundle them all together and send them out in one go for getting signatures. So, this saves time and also ensures that nothing is missed. And not only that, with each document in the envelope, you'll be able to have different sign workflows as well. So it's not just constrained within a single sign workflow. So for each document you can have a different set of sign workflows within the envelope, which really makes your work easier and smoother. Another big one is payment processing built right into the signing flow. So imagine a policy holder reviewing their renewal documents. They can sign the agreement and pay their premium in the very same step without even switching between platforms. So this is actually a smoother experience for them, and it's also faster processing for you. And we're also adding more flexibility with integration for signature collection. So right now we only support Zoho Sign, which is an inbuilt sign service, but we are extending that for other applications like DocuSign and DigiSign as well. So these are some of the other signing platforms that's going to be integrated with Writer soon. So you can easily connect it directly to Writer, and then once the document is generated, you can immediately send it out for signatures.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. We explored how Zoho Writer can transform insurance operations from drafting and collaborating on contracts to integrating payments and collecting signatures seamlessly. Remember, we conduct these webinars on the second Thursday of every month, each time focusing on a different industry and its unique document needs. We look forward to seeing you in our next session.
Thanks everyone. We truly appreciate your time and engagement today. Until we meet again, keep exploring new ways to make your documents work smarter for you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.